Hello and welcome to week 3 of the OWLs Magical Readathon. Today is Tuesday. I had kind of a rough day at work on Monday, so you know what? I didn't vlog. I just read and it was very nice. So today at work I finished Ember in the Ashes. That's the audiobook that I was working on, which that one is my Charms prompt, so book with a white cover, and that was a reread for me and I enjoyed it. It was really nice. I'm super excited that the 4th book is supposed to be coming out this year because I need to know the end of the story and what happens to all these people. Also read a little bit of The Hero of Ages, making a little bit of progress in there, which is great. So I'm going to be focusing on this book this week. This is my astronomy book, so I need to read it after dark, or at least mostly after dark. So I'm just gonna kind of do that and yeah, hopefully make some progress. This is a chunker. You guys can see I am doing an annotated read through, so I got my little tabbies going on and my post-it notes, and I am really enjoying this. Hey guys, it is Thursday and I thought I would do kind of a quick reading update on what I've been reading the last couple of days. So for my audiobook at work, I have picked back up with Memory of Light. This is the last book in the Great Big Giganticus Wheel of Time series, and I am past the halfway point, about 75%-ish, looks about 75% of the way done with this book, and yeah. I'm almost done with the series. It's kind of weird because I've been reading it for the last like 16 months. So I have also been doing Wheel of Time reading update videos, so I'll go ahead and link one of those up there in the cards if you guys are interested to hear what I have to say about the series so far. And I am also working through The Hero of Ages. See, I have also made it past the halfway point here. I'm really enjoying this reread. There's so much stuff that you find out in this book. There's some cool like Cosmere related things that get dropped in this book that I don't think I necessarily realized were in here during my earlier rereads when I was a little bit less Cosmere aware. So yeah, I'm having really fun with that, and I will be continuing this book this weekend, and I think I'm also going to put a poll in my Instagram on what book should I start tomorrow, because I have to read this one in the dark, so I'm gonna need something to read during the day tomorrow. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Hello, it is finally Friday, which means it is time to start the weekend. Yay! So I am working on another book. I have been working through a reread of The Belgariad by David Eddings. This is a classic fantasy series. I read the first book, Pawn of Prophecy, in March, and I have books 2 and 3, so The Queen of Sorcery and The Magician's Gambit, on my OWLs TBR. So I'm going to be working through The Queen of Sorcery for the History of Magic prompt, which is to read a book that features witches or wizards. And we do have some pretty awesome magic users in here. They use the term sorcerer and sorceress instead of witch or wizard, but close enough, I'm going to count it. And then The Magician's Gambit is going to be my Herbology prompt, because for Mimulus Mimbletoneum, we need to read a book that starts with the letter M. So yeah, we're working on these guys, and this is a series that I read a lot growing up, and I very much enjoy it, and I'm glad to be continuing with my reread of this. And then I'm also still working through Hero of Ages, but you know, I gotta wait till dark for that one. Yay! Friday night is date night, and what do we get for date night?
Taco.
We love Mexican. We got some tacos. We got some nachos, and we got a whole lot of guacamole because avocados make everything tastier. So yeah, we're gonna eat some tacos. Who's a pretty bird? Who's a pretty bird? You're a good bird. Who's a good baby birdie? There's a good baby. There's a good baby. Morning. It is dark and early, and it is Saturday, which is long run day. So I've got 8 miles to run today, and it is already 72 and 100% humidity. So I'm gonna get started before the sun gets up, so I don't die. So yeah, I'm supposed to be at Disney this weekend for the Star Wars half marathon that was supposed to be tomorrow. And so I got my Star Wars shirt on. This is from last year. And yeah, I'm very sad not to be at Disney, although it is not the greatest weather this weekend to be running a half marathon. So I'm not exactly disappointed that I'll only be running 8 miles today, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I will see you guys when I'm done and the sun will be out. Hey guys, so my run is done. I did 8 miles. Feel really good. Took it nice and slow because it's hot, and I don't know if you can tell, but we got some very Dagobah kind of weather going on here for this Star Wars run today. It is overcast and foggy, and I'm pretty sure above 100% humidity right now. So yeah, that's nice. Usually it's like sun breaking into me by the time I get back from my long runs, but no sun today. So that's it. I'm gonna go in, shower, breakfast, nap, all that good stuff. Hey guys, so I have showered and napped and breakfasted, which means I can get on with the rest of my day today. And I'm going to be continuing on with the Bulgariad series. So yesterday I started Queen of Sorcery because that was the book that was voted on over on my Instagram, and these are pretty short books. The trade paperbacks, I believe, are about 300 pages each. It's a little bit shorter in this bind up volume because it's the big floppy one and the pages are bigger. So I finished that, and I started the next one, which is Magician's Gambit. And so I just thought I would just continue with this series and just roll right on through the next one. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I thought I would share, just in case anyone's interested, my Star Wars medals from last year, because that's where I'm supposed to be this weekend. But you know, life's on hold, and so you can see all my really pretty Star Wars medals. There's the 10K, the half marathon. This is the challenge medal that I got for running the half and the 10K. And then this Millennium Falcon medal is for the Castle Run challenge, which means that you have to run the half marathon. And then over here you got my R2D2, that's the virtual half marathon. So if you run the virtual half marathon at home, and then you go to Disney World and you run the Rival Run half marathon, you can get the Castle Run challenge medal. And I love that Millennium Falcon medal because it's just super cute. Hey guys, so I finished Magician's Gambit. So that was my Herbology prompt. So yay, another book down for owls. Whoops, and Kiwi decided he's done with my head. So that means I just have 2 books left to finish. I have Hero of Ages, which I'm still working on. That's the one I'm reading after dark. So since it is not dark yet, I am going to start my last book, which is Red Rising. So this is one that I have been wanting to read. It's an adult sci-fi series. I've heard a lot of good things about this. I did try to listen to the audiobook one time because my library has the audiobook version as well. And the narrator's accent, I just couldn't pay enough attention to it while I was also working, so I decided this would be a good series to read in hard copy. So yeah, I'm excited to read this, and I hope it is as amazing as everyone has been saying, and that is what I'm going to be reading today. Hey guys, so it is Saturday evening, and I just wanted to give you guys a reading update since I got to do a lot of reading this afternoon. So I did start Red Rising and I made it a good chunk of the way through here. I am really enjoying this book so far. It's giving me a lot of like Hunger Games vibes, which I really enjoy, and I am very excited to see where this series goes, because it's definitely kind of a setting stuff up type of a book, and I think there's a lot of really cool places that the series could go, so that makes me real excited, and hopefully I will continue to enjoy this. And I am getting ready to switch over to Hero of Ages so I can read some of this tonight. I still got a good chunk of the way to go in this book, but these are my last two books for the Owls, and then I'm gonna have to decide what to read for the rest of the month, because I still got a lot of reading time in April to fill up. Hey guys, it is Sunday, which means it is meal prep day, so I'm in the kitchen cooking, and I thought I would share what I am making to eat this week. I'm going super easy for one of my meals. I've got some ground turkey that I'm just browning up over here. Doing that with some sauteed vegetables. I have some squash and zucchini, some green beans, and some snow peas, and I'm gonna be eating that with this Primal Kitchen no soy teriyaki sauce. I like Primal Kitchen. They make really good, clean sauces, salad dressings, mayonnaise, all different kinds of condiments. This one in particular is Whole30 and keto, so that's really good. Also gluten-free, soy-free, and dairy-free. Another one of their sauces I really like is their ranch, because this is a dairy-free ranch, which I absolutely love because I cannot have dairy and I do really miss ranch dressing, but I'm going to save this one for next week probably. And then the other thing I am meal prepping this week is a paleo Whole30 chili in the crock pot. Another thing that's super easy to just throw everything in the crock pot. I've got sweet potatoes, onions, mushrooms, ground beef, fire roasted tomatoes, tomato paste, onion, all that good stuff in there, along with your usual chili seasonings. I don't really like beans. I was not a bean person, so I never really ate a lot of chili growing up, even though I like the sauce flavor. So I love this because there's no beans in here. Sometimes I will also swap in cauliflower rice as well, depending on if I want to change up the vegetables in there. It is finally reading time today. Woohoo! So I am super excited to be getting back into Red Rising because it's been really, really good. And yeah, had a pretty busy morning. We always do grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning, all that kind of get ready for the week stuff on Sunday. So it's not always the most restful day, but it definitely helps me have a smoother week because so many things are just ready to go. I don't have to worry about on Monday. And I treated myself to some LaCroix this week because I have been having like serious beverage cravings. I usually just drink coffee, or not coffee, a tea and water, but I have been really missing like flavored beverages recently. I'm not sure why. So I don't drink soda, I don't drink alcohol. I do drink kombucha on occasion, but it's got a lot of sugar. So I decided I would try some of this flavored water, and hopefully that will help with my beverage cravings because, yeah, for whatever reason, my body's decided it's tired of plain water. Woo! So I just finished Red Rising, and I thought it was really good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was definitely fast-paced and exciting, and there was a lot of action. I thought that the world that was set up was really cool with different colors and how they all perform different functions. I'm really hoping we get to explore more of that world in future books because we kind of got just a very narrow slice of red life and then a very narrow slice of gold life, and there's a lot of other colors that we just kind of only touched on a little bit, and so I'm really hoping that we get to explore some more of that in the rest of the series. because that is absolutely fascinating to me. There were a couple of things in this book that were a little bit of a hang up for me, and we might call it Darrow's training montage section, which I didn't think was super believable, but it's kind of hard to write something like that and make it believable. So you just, you know, put on your rose-colored glasses and say, you know, it's sci-fi, space, tech, magic stuff, and just move on and enjoy the rest of the story, because the rest of the story is really great. We needed Darrow to get from point A to point B, and it happened, and now he's awesome. So I am very excited to be reading the rest of the series. I have the other 4 books from the library, which I checked out the entire series before the library is closed, you know, because we're all gonna die, so we're locked in our houses. So I don't really have a lot of other stuff to read. So I'm glad I have this whole series and that I can go ahead and try and binge read the rest of them. I'm super excited. I'm glad that I gave into the hype and decided to read this book, which means that I only have 1 book left for OWLs, which is Hero of Ages, and I am pretty close to finishing that one as well. So I think what I've decided for the rest of the month is I'm going to take the like certificate classes, and I'm going to try to read an additional book for each of those prompts. So the way that G set it up is for each of those additional seminars, it would give you a list of classes that you had to do to complete that seminar. But if you were already taking that class for your OWLs profession, you could just read 1 book that fit the prompt and it would count for both. But since I've read all 12 of the books, plus the extra book for the dragon taming certificate, I'm just going to be extra and try and read some more books that fit those prompts, you know, because we still got a lot of April to go, and I am planning on filling a lot of my would-be social time with reading. That is it for this week, and I will see you guys next week.